a fresh second opinion. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, accepted. Not only super convenient, super. Broadway and 38th in Manhattan. To hit your cancer, see Dr. Lederman, 212 Choices.
With Dr. Lederman, the best prostate cancer treatment is custom tailored for you. Each man with prostate cancer is unique and seeks the best results based upon PSA, Gleason score, and stage. That's why Dr. Lederman's custom tailored prostate cancer treatment is most logical. Not every man should get the same treatment. Dr. Lederman's custom prostate cancer treatment is all outpatient. Our goals are your best results, avoiding radical surgery, maintaining your sexual and urinary function, and your life. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid accepted. Call Dr. Lederman at 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES for a fresh second opinion and free booklet DVD. Not only super convenient, super in Manhattan, 38th and Broadway. To hit the cancer, call Dr. Lederman, 212-CHOICES. Cherish your life. Custom prostate cancer treatment with Dr. Lederman, 212-CHOICES.
Welcome back to the Radiosurgery Hour. This is Rob Redstone here with Dr. Gil Lederman at the WOR Studios in the heart of New York City. We're just a few steps from the Radiosurgery New York Cancer Treatment Center on Broadway and 38th Street. Dr. Lederman, the leading cancer expert, treats prostate cancer non-invasively. He was the first in New York with fractionated brain radiosurgery, and he's the first in America and in the Western Hemisphere with body radiosurgery. You can also call Dr. Lederman at 212-CHOICES for a free informative booklet and DVD. Hey, Dr. Lederman, we're back.
Hey, we're back, and we're talking about topics to help you live longer, live smarter, avoid complications for you, your loved ones, your family, and just to understand about the medical profession, which is a very interesting profession, a world of its own. Last night on the show, we had a caller, a 67-year-old man who had a Gleason 7 cancer. He went, and he told the story. You can go online. You can find the show yourself. But he's basically a 67-year-old man, had a Gleason 7 cancer. He went to a super-duper surgeon in Manhattan. He had surgery last year for Gleason 7 cancer. And after the surgery, he is impotent. He is leaking urine, and his cancer is back. Okay, so he had all three. He paid the bill. His cancers came back after radical surgery for Gleason 7 cancer. He became impotent, and he lost control of the urine, and he was crying. He was on the show crying last night, wondering how it happened to him. Well, unfortunately, he did not hear our data and to know the difference. If you open up page 11 of our book, you can see Gleason 7 cancer. Our data for Gleason 7, 90% success rate. 90% success rate for Gleason 7 or PSA 10 to 20. With surgery in the best hands, 60%. So number one, it's very likely if you have Gleason 7 cancer, you'll have recurrence. And in fact, at 10 years, the success rate is only 46% in the best hands in America. So other hands are most likely less than that. So the majority of the people with Gleason 7 who have surgery have recurrence. So that's expected. He didn't know that. His surgeon never told him that. Number 2 point, and you can look on our booklet, page 14, what percent of men have sexual problems after open surgery for prostate cancer? 97% have sexual problems after open surgery, whether it's open or robotic surgery. So the majority of men, 97%, have sexual problems, which means inability to penetrate the woman with an erection adequate. And number 3 point, what percent of men have urinary problems after open surgery? 80%. Robotic surgery, 86%. So yeah, he was crying, and he was really angry that he was misled because his surgeon told him, oh, there's a 1% chance of sexual problems. No, 97% sexual problems with open surgery or robotic surgery, 80% urinary problems with open surgery or robotic surgery. So why do we do what we do? Number one, because our patients want, and we want for them, a 90% or higher success rate. Most of our men have urinary control. It's 99%. And furthermore, the majority of our patients keep their sexual function. Why? Because our treatment doesn't go in and hurt the nerves. If you think about it, the prostate sits in the pelvis. Just in front is the bladder. Just behind is the rectum. And on either side are the nerves. The surgeon's supposed to cut it out without hurting anything. Doesn't happen for most men. Most men have problems, either recurrence of the cancer or sexual problems or urinary problems or all three. So if you're thinking about getting treated for prostate cancer or have friends thinking about getting treated for prostate cancer, you might want to think twice. And people often say, I just want to cut it out and be fine. Well, this man also wanted to be fine after getting it cut out, but it's not possible for the majority of men. The odds are against you. It's a little bit like going to Atlantic City. The house wins more than you. And here, I don't know if it's, I guess the surgeon got paid, so he won, but this man is really angry. He lost his quality of life, he lost his sexual function, he lost his urinary function, and the cancer's back. So we talked to him about secondary treatment with focused beam radiation, which is what we do to try to save his life, and I encouraged him to come and see us, and hopefully he will come and see us so he can have a chance to save his life. But he was really angry, very upset, crying on the radio show last night for good reason. And in our news, I saw a patient that I treated with Gleason 7 cancer this week. This is a man, very distinguished man. He came to me with a Gleason 7 PSA 8.5, was treated last year, and his PSA is already down to 1.19. He's in remission. With radiation, radiosurgery, the PSA goes down, most likely goes to 0. It's in our booklet, too. You can see the graphs of typical patients that we go through. And 90% chance he is home free. His PSA is already dropped by about 90%. So he's doing very, very well. It's good news department. And in contrast to the other man, our patient is sexually functional, urinary life functional, and in cancer remission, which is where he wants to be. Exactly where he wants to be. He is happy with prostate cancer treatment at Radiosurgery New York, and that's what we want really for everyone. We had a woman I want to speak to you about, interesting woman, 67-year-old widow, no children. She came with her friend for consultation. She had a recurrence of right breast cancer. Now, she had a lumpectomy and radiation elsewhere, and when they treated her elsewhere, I believe that the margins where they cut were too little. So obviously the patient wouldn't know about that, but we examined all our records from 2001. Now the cancer has come back in 2014, and the doctors want to remove her entire breast for a 7-millimeter tumor with 6-millimeter margins. So I reviewed the pathology. I called the pathologist. She had a PET scan showing no spread of the cancer. She saw 2 surgeons who want to remove the breast. Well, yeah, of course they want to remove the breast. I think that she has an excellent chance of keeping her breast. She wants to keep her breast, and that's the work that we intend to do for her, is to keep her breast. Give her a second treatment with radiosurgery, and we probably have the largest experience in America giving repeat radiation for people whose first treatment didn't work. Her treatment probably didn't work because the people didn't review the pathology and understand the closeness of the margins. Where the cancer is in relationship to where the surgeon cuts is so critical. That's why when people come to me, I give them a copy of the path report. I give them the PET scan reports. I think patients should have everything. Patients are the president of the United States of their body. They should know what's going on. We don't hide things. We try to display things. So for this woman, I believe she'll have a second chance. I believe she'll be healthy. I believe that she will keep both breasts, which is what she wants very much, and she wants to live her life that way, and we encourage that. There was a new study in the ASCO Post, actually published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention. This was written by the author Fourmier, and talked about regular exercise in women decreases breast cancer risks. So postmenopausal women who undertake regular exercise equal to about 4 hours of walking a week have a lower risk of invasive breast cancer compared to women who exercise less than that. So again, it's postmenopausal women who exercise, even walking, 4 hours a week, so about a half hour a day. Our studies show, and this is a quote from Agnes Fermier at the Center for Research and Epidemiology in France. She writes, our study shows that it's not necessary to engage in rigorous or frequent activities. Walking 30 minutes a day is beneficial. Postmenopausal women who walked over the last 4 years, 12 hours or more, had a 10% reduction in invasive breast cancer compared to women who were less active. So it's fantastic news. She writes that our study answers questions. We found that recreational physical activity, even of modest intensity, seems to have a rapid impact on breast cancer risk. And postmenopausal women who exercise should be encouraged to continue, and those who do not exercise should consider starting because the risk of breast cancer may decrease rapidly, which is great news for women. There is something you can do to decrease your risk of developing breast cancer, which occurs in about 250,000 American women each year. So you might want to get out after this radio show or with headphones, listen to the radio show and exercise and do great for your mind and your body. Hey, why not? We had a gentleman who had radiation elsewhere. His PSA didn't go down, and one blood test showed the PSA didn't go down. And the first thing that happened to this man is they were around him wanting to do a radical prostatectomy after so-called failed radiation. He came to me because he was desperate. Surgery after radiation is pretty morbid, pretty difficult. He had his treatment. He didn't understand what was happening to him. He came to me last year. We repeated the blood test. The PSA actually went down. We get lots of patients who have treatment elsewhere who come here to Radiosurgery New York at 1384 Broadway to get a fresh second opinion. He got a fresh second opinion with us. His PSA went down. He was relieved. And now just this week his PSA went down more. And he's so happy. He probably saved his sex life, his urinary life, and his way of life because he came for a fresh second opinion. 1 hour of his life changed his life for the better, which is fantastic. It's what we want to have happen to each one of you. We want our time together to be meaningful and important and beneficial. This is Dr. Lederman from Radiosurgery New York. We're a cancer treatment center in Manhattan. We specialize in cancers of the brain, body, prostate, breast. Even if you've had prior chemo, radiation, surgery, and it didn't work, radiosurgery may be an option, as you'll hear from the program, or if you're a regular listener, as you already know. So we're happy to take your calls, and we actually have a caller right now, so let me just pop this on the line. Good morning, Radiosurgery New York. You're on the radio. Good morning. Okay, we don't hear you. Please call the WR station line, which is 1-800-321-0710. 1-800-321-0710 is the radio station, and we'll speak to Bob and Ed. We're going to stop for just a moment for a station identification. This is Dr. Lederman.
With Dr. Lederman, the best prostate cancer treatment is custom tailored for you. Each man with prostate cancer is unique and seeks the best results based upon PSA, Gleason score, and stage. That's why Dr. Lederman's custom tailored prostate cancer treatment is most logical. Not every man should get the same treatment. Dr. Lederman's custom prostate cancer treatment is all outpatient. Our goals are your best results, avoiding radical surgery, maintaining your sexual and urinary function, and your life. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, accept it. Call Dr. Lederman at 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES for a fresh second opinion and free booklet DVD. Not only super convenient, Super. In Manhattan at 38th and Broadway.